Welcome back, welcome back. Today, just want to do a little talking about the Bible. Because I was watching some guy, and he kind of was dissing the Bible. You know how they do. And like I always tell you, just because they're lying to you doesn't mean they're not telling the truth. See, you can't tell a lie without the truth. This is why the truth is so good, because it can stand alone. You know, like the Lord, he doesn't need anybody, he can stand by himself. We need him. Now, before we jump into that,
201 14A all day. Let's go, man. J pressure.
to work today.
Take a nigga head
One of those
off.
days.
Walk
About to
with
get
me.
this work, little niggas.
Before you judge me, make sure your judgment is proper. I got to break this sound of soul screaming like an opera. Stop the hate on the track. I'm a copper. Lumberjack breaking his back, killing your chakras. Killing these tracks with the facts. Jack a bomber. Life is a bitch. Death is a man. Get some lesson of karma. Lyrical trauma that I wrestle with dharma. Ain't impressed with your vest in your armor. What you rap about? Getting your money, you're packing a throne, packing a chrome. Young Anakin's panicking, I'm managing, I'm damaging, breaking foundation, it won't stand again. Graduated from pop-up master, no handling a man again. Walking through the desert, then facing sin again. You claim you did it yourself, but need a hand again. Standing fuck in your place, you a mannequin. Bars pretty wicked, I'm seeing make them a fan again. I'm underrated, I'm hated, but niggas still fans again. Trying to turn an M to a stand again. I won't start my guard mission for any man again. GMB costing my
You heard it right. You heard me? Yeah. Yeah. You heard me.
Trojan horse, we moving like rams again. Computer virus, software, break towers when we stand it in.
Computer
It's a scam
thugs.
again. MCs claim to be animal thugs in front of the judge. They be a mannequin.
Yeah, you heard me. I'm trying to make a M a stand again. Yeah. Anyway. I'll be talking reckless. You supposed to, though. Right? At least that's what all the greats told me. You know what I mean? Don't be fanning nobody. You gotta know how to, do what you do. If you ain't gonna do it, somebody gonna do it. Right? That's what y'all always say. I always say, just because you can do it, don't mean you was born to do it. Anyway, let's get on to this real life. So I'm listening to this guy bring up the Bible, and he brings up the story of Samson and Delilah. Now, I'm not going to act like I studied this story and know every detail. We know that's not what I do. I pay attention to the important shit. Because, that's the shit that really matters, and all that other stuff is just, it's crumbs. I don't need crumbs. I'm hungry, dog. My father said he gives out whole loaves of bread. If you don't know what that means, a scroll is the loaf of bread. Because there wasn't books before, so it was written in scrolls. And we had to eat the scroll. You know how you eat a scroll? Huh? Do I gotta tell you? How do you eat the scroll? Huh? You put it in your mouth and eat it, right? Like an idiot? Or do you read it over and over and over until you don't need to look at it no more. And then you have eaten and digested it, and now you can tell other people because you remember. Now, the story of Delilah and Samson is one of the greatest stories because it, you know, besides the super strength and like the first Superman, you know his name means child of the sun, right? You know, like Samuel, Sam, a man is with El, the Lord. You know, like angel, Israel. You know how the L is always at the end of the name? Because you know how, like, you put your name on everything you own? Now, Big Shamdog was the last of the judges of Israel before what we see today. See, my enemy taught me that. I didn't know that. I thought it was way back then. But he said the days of Samson, when they took him out, that was the beginning of the colonial days. And that's a word from my era, my time, what we know. So that's for another video. Samson got his strength because he was a Nazarene. You know who else was a Nazarene? Jesus. What's the difference between a Nazarene and a Hebrew? It seems like these Nazarene guys get to do all the special things, have all the Superman powers. Oh, you know, God chooses a people among the people he chose. Oh, I get it. So, Samson judged Israel. That's what it says. So what do you think he judged them like? Think he was saying they were being good and listening to the Lord? See, this is the times when, those are the last times we got to, like, you know, have a hero, a leader. And our leader doesn't sit behind a desk and say, go out there. Our leader goes on the front line and leads the charge. Now, our enemies knew this, and Samson was like, you know, Goku, he couldn't be beaten. They sent many men, and they never came back. And then they used their greatest weapon of all. See, this is what gave me the strength to hang up Mr. Johnson and not sleep with every woman that I run into. Because just like King Solomon, just like blah, 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 all the great men in history, when they fall, there's a woman behind them. And that's what they did. They brought their big guns. And they knew Nazarenes got that big heart. You know, it's kind of like the thing that connects us with the Lord. Like, if he's love, then what do we got to learn? Love. We got to be like loving, you know, ultimate love that other men can't even fathom to express. Because you're not with the Lord. The Lord ain't going to give it to you. Anyway, it's not to make anybody mad. Trying to teach you how to get it. So, as she did what, most harlots do, make him fall in love, put that thing on him. She put that thing on him. She had him in love, told him out, let's get married right away. And see, this is how I knew the guy was lying about the Bible, because although I don't know the names of the chapters, I know the details of the story. So when you claim your ass know all the details and you say, I read that book, chapter 19 and blah, 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 but you forget a important detail, a small, very important detail like this, then you're a fucking liar, or you're too stupid and you don't deserve to teach me, because how do I understand the fucking most important part, but you seem not to, but you're smarter than me because you read so much. Now, what he said is the goddesses, the women, they use the women against us, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for these women, my men. But what he didn't say is, Samson was an idiot that chose to be with another nation of women. And all his people kept telling him, don't fuck with her. She's with them. She's gonna betray you. And he said, I'm the one. I could do anything. Because, the Lord can make us do anything. So, he doesn't know that, no, you're not brought there to marry this Philistine woman and unite the kingdoms and stop the war that way. Like King Solomon did. That's why he had 100 wives, to stop the war and give all the nations a blessing and say, look, now you have our bloodline. The Lord will love you too, as long as you follow the rules. So, as she begins to swindle his mind in every cunning way, dog barking at realness, he know what it is. As she begins to, pummel his mind, making him fall in love, like an idiot, he doesn't even realize what's going on. Because as time goes by, they're in love, she asks him, honey, how come you're so strong? How come you can't be defeated? And he goes, because I'm with the Lord, the real one, the big G. And she goes, well, what's the secret to your power? How did he make you so strong? So he tells her, it's because as long as my hands are not tied up, then I'll always have super strength. He falls asleep. She ties his hands up, and she runs outside and says, Samson, Samson, the Philistines are coming, because she had them waiting outside for him. So he gets up, breaks the ropes, and goes outside and pummels all of them to the father. She cries to him and says, why'd you lie to me? I'm your wife. Don't you really love me? Didn't your Lord tell you to love your wife? How come you hold secrets from me? Why won't you tell me? He goes, alright, well, my secret is if you tie me up, my arms, then I'll be powerless because of the ropes. So she gets him drunk and drugged up. He passes out. She ties him up and says, Samson, the Philistines are coming. He breaks out the ropes and pummels them. She cries to him again and says, why'd you lie to me? I can't believe you really lied to me. I'm your wife. You're supposed to love me more than anybody. You're not supposed to have secrets from me. I'm your wife. So like a stupid jackass that doesn't have Batman powers in him, and because he didn't get to see all his forefathers and read about it like me, and say, damn, all the greatest men you ever will look up to, they all fell to women. So never think that they're not stronger than you in the mind. Never think how close you are to God. A woman can't rip him away from you. That's how strong you are. Samson was a god among men, and he got defeated by a mere mortal woman. So he tells her, it's my hair. As a Nazarene, we have to make a promise to the Lord, and we can never cut our hair. And that's how I get my power. So she drugs him. He wakes up with all his hair cut off. And she says, Samson, Samson, the Philistines are outside. He gets up, feels his strength is gone. He knows he's not Goku no more. And he goes outside anyway, like the G that he is, and gets pummeled and dragged off to jail. And then they gouge his eyes out and torture him and force him to work, to mock him, keep him captive, to mock the Lord. Like, look what we did to your old man. He was unstoppable, but we always find a way. Look at your Superman now. We know your kryptonite, your penis. So sad that black men, the one thing that he gives us is the greatest weapon is our greatest downfall. You know that's our greatest weapon, right? That's another move. That's another episode. Back to sexual alchemy. Anyway, so, you know, this guy goes on to do all these talkings and say the Bible's not real and all that. And then right away as he's talking, my Batman brain kick in. And I go, wait up. If the Bible show not real, how come the Bible said y'all gonna have us in slavery for 500 years, and you did, and then it said you gonna take our Lord from us, and you did, and it said you gonna make sure we gonna live backwards, and you did, and you gonna make sure we can't read, and you did, and we wouldn't know who we are, and you did. Sorry, bro. It's good? It's good? Yeah. All right. And then I started thinking about slavery. And I said, what the first thing they made you do? They cut your hair off. That is the signification of all slaves around the world. Once you defeat them, you take their hair from them. Because, you know, most heritage is connected to your people and your gods and, you know, who you are. So I said, it's funny that it's not real, but they make sure to do all the things in reverse to take our power from our Lord from us. Get it? And then I thought to myself, let's go to the future. What's the black man's favorite look? A number one, and what do they call it? A Caesar, the guy that killed our fucking Messiah. They got us walking around talking about, yeah, I look like Caesar, dog. Yo, like, you telling me that's not strange that now they made it cool for us to be black and be cool and hip hop? What's the you gotta do? You gotta cut your hair. The braid thing just came back. The dreads and shit came back. Nobody's using braid, corn rolls. You know they used to call the Israelites the children of the corn? You know, because we were the first people with corn. You know? So I wonder if we would make corn rolls up because we naturally seen corn and then said we want to make our hair look like that because, you know, we're the most natural people ever. And our father tells us, you know, copy everything I did because that's the right way to do it. We want to roll today, baby. We want to roll. Now, they got me thinking. I'm like, yo, bro, how many Israelite men right now fell because of they're with a woman of another nation? And you know what it made me think? Not white women, not Spanish women, not none of y'all. I ain't gonna hate on that. You know why? Because that Bible said majority of the races back in the day were black. And then they started melting themselves down, which means you started mixing with light people. And then you made yourselves look lighter. And some of you are still dark. And then when I think about what they did to us in slavery, they took all the tribes they ever fucking found in the world and they started putting us all together. How many of us are actually sleeping with Philistines? Because we think they're Chinese and black, or they look like us. Why do you think fucking Samson chose her? Are you out of your mind? Look what Africans be doing to the leopards people. Do you know they be like killing those people sometimes? I don't know. I don't want to use that word, but that's what I heard on on a lot of different things. That they don't accept albino people because they think some spiritual thing. And it's so funny. No, it's not funny, but that's what the Lord said. He said that's a curse. I'm going to curse you to be albino. So, you know, like, I'm not trying to make fun or say none of this is whatever. I'm just saying, we don't know what other nations of people, like the Canaanites and all these other nations that betrayed us, they fell with us. Do you understand that? And our enemy put them all next to us because they know the curses. They know we're not allowed to be with them because you'll have a baby with her. She'll hate your ass anyway and won't know why. And she'll want to bring you to ruin, thus calling the boys on you. How many black men fall that way? Child support, destruction. You get caught with a chick that's just fucking insane. You're like, yo, I literally changed my life to be a better man and she's still fucking wailing out. Like, what is going on? Why does she hate me? What did I do to her? It's called enmity. My father said he's gonna make people hate each other forever, and that's it. There's no going back. There's no going back. You can pretend. Y'all can pretend y'all love each other. But it always comes up, that feeling of, ugh, this motherfucker. You don't even know why you don't like them. You used to love them. Rev them engines. You used to love them. But that's because that yin and yang effect, opposites attract shit. That's because we're supposed to live in the world together. We're not supposed to be together.
I am 6'3".
You're supposed to be with yours and I'm supposed to be with mine. That's the way it was supposed to go. But they put us all together and now we don't know who looks like who, so we just, oh, we all black. You don't believe me? Why you think the other nations, anyone that has bred with us and they have that afro, why do you think they're on the bottom of their societies? Because they're niggers. So they may not get treated really, really bad because they have the blood of their fathers too. But they look like us. So they're like, nah, you not one of us, dog. You one of us, but you ain't one of us, dog. And I don't want to hear nobody say I'm wrong because I've talked to many Dominican people and that whole beef between Spanish and Dominican is a fucking worldwide known thing that y'all be beefing with each other. And what did the Lord say about that? A house divided can't stand. I'm just saying things, bro. And back to my people. Like, real talk, man. Yes, you can. You could take the pressure. I know you could feel me. It's destiny. It's destiny. You know me, I always keep it real. Anyway, back to y'all. When we gonna stop falling for these tricks, man? I ain't gonna act like I ain't falling for the tricks, so don't even get it twisted. I'm saying I'm learning and going, and y'all niggas better pay the fuck attention just like I gotta do, man, cause this shit is real out here. Most High ain't say we ain't allowed to be with every other nation, cause like I showed in that video when I posted up in the community section of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Somebody came at him because he chose another nation or woman. And he asked for donations because he wants to do what the Bible said and get land and, like, you know, build with his people. And the guy tried to shit on him. And he's like, did Moses need money? Was Moses asking for donations? And then he just went in the Bible and proved, yeah, Moses did ask Israel for donations, dumb fuck. And then he's like making fun of his girl and his baby and told him to kill, like, die, I'll kill you and shit. And it's like, yo, dog, you get hate like, yeah, oh yeah, I forgot. I wonder why I was ready for y'all already. I wonder why y'all can't scare me the fuck off. Oh, because I watched my leader go through it already, nigga. And when I decided to become a master, I said, nigga, you already know you gotta go through this, right? The phone calls, the threats, you gonna lose your job. He left his job. Y'all gotta make me leave. I'm gonna fight for my right to the end, just like he did. And y'all gonna get me up out of there, and then my Lord gonna take care of me anyway. So this is whatever, you know what I mean? It's only a matter of time. But for real though, like, really hit that community section up, bro. I'm putting some real lives out there, some old school. Sorry, Obi-Wan Kenobi, if you know that's an old video, you might not want people to be seeing you blacking out or whatever, but you know, man, they gotta see why the Jack. They gotta see where I get it from, you know what I'm saying? It's always been in me anyway to be like this, but once you showed me in the Bible I'm supposed to bark at them, I said, oh, so that's why the Lord made me like this. I'm supposed to be getting these niggas. Anyway, all love, all praise to my father. Look at that dog, look at that dog. He's done.